An eyeball covered by a red no sign spins into view. White text on a black background reads, Mason in the dark. A blind man's journey through the wacky world of reading, writing, and other silly bollocks. Brought to you from beyond the black screen. Cut to black. Hello everyone. Mason here. How you doing? The other day, I stumbled across a heated debate, which isn't unusual because this is the internet and all debates are heated, but it's one that you're all probably fairly familiar with. Is fanfiction real writing? There are those who would like to say that people who write fanfiction are lazy and unoriginal, that their writing lacks any significant depth or substance, that they are plagiarising the work of real authors. So, I say we stop for a minute and think about what an author of fanfiction actually does. To start with, they fall in love with the fictional universe, and I think it's fair to say we all know how that feels. That becomes their world. It makes them happy. Interacting with like-minded fans who feel the same way they do gives them a sense of community. At some point they realise that there are potential stories that the creator will never tell in that universe for one reason or another. Sometimes fanfiction expands the existing canon, sometimes it breaks it completely, but both are okay, because the author obviously has a reason for writing it. Maybe it's something as simple as their favourite ship never sailing. Maybe there was a plot point or a character arc that wasn't explored enough. Maybe they feel that the series should have ended differently, or it was cancelled before its time and they feel that it should never have ended at all. Maybe they just want to spend more time in that world with those characters. In the end, the motivation really doesn't matter, because the author is using their imagination and telling stories that they want to tell. It doesn't matter if the world and the characters already existed, because they are expanding it. They're providing more content, both for themselves and for their community. To you, a piece of fanfiction may hold no significance whatsoever, but to somebody else, it could be something profound. It could be their favourite story of all time, and you can't tell them that they're wrong, because that's subjective. In my opinion, nobody has the right to define what is and isn't real writing, because the only value a piece of art has lies in the appreciation of the individual. There's a channel called Something Blue Audio, and they create fan productions of Doctor Who. Guess what? They're bloody great. The writing and the performances are both fantastic, they explore a side of the Doctor that isn't explored in the show, and the story arcs are original and engaging. Am I going to fold them into my own headcanon? I don't know, I've never really stopped to fully consider that, but Something Blue Audio creates original Doctor Who content that is well produced and entertaining. I think that's mint. In my opinion, this argument comes from the same place as those who enjoy audiobooks are not real readers, or bookworms, or whatever you want to call them. For some reason that I just can't fathom, there are still those in the Bookish community that want to engage in snobbery and gatekeeping. By claiming that audiobooks don't count as real reading, you invalidate and alienate members of the community who enjoy that medium for a plethora of reasons. Whether or not you do it with good intentions, when you draw that distinction and then you say that that's not the case for disabled people, you are engaging in ableism, because you are putting us in a box of our own outside of the main community. By saying that fanfiction doesn't count as real writing, once again you invalidate and alienate members of the community, people who just want to tell stories. You could be discouraging someone who might one day go and write an amazing, wholly original story. If they did, guess what? Fanfiction would be what helped them hone their craft. Even if they didn't, that's absolutely fine, because they're still telling stories, they're still providing entertainment to people who want it, and if that makes them happy, that should be the only thing that matters. My question of the day is, if you woke up with the ability to communicate with animals, what would be the first question you would ask? Have you enjoyed this video? If so, the like and subscribe buttons are just sitting there, waiting to be pressed. And if you don't press at least one of them, I'll cast a spell that turns your skin a bright shade of luminous green for a whole month. If you've got thoughts to share or you fancy a chat, then you know where the comment section is, and the links to all my social media can be found in the description. Thanks ever so much for spending time with me today, guys. Until next time, take care. For now I'm off, and you should have a good one.